One thing that we don't have in this country that we desperately need is mandatory reporting. That exists in Canada, in places in the US, and places in Australia, and it's a really important tool to helping prevent not just CSE but child sexual abuse across the board. And what mandatory reporting is that if somebody who's working with a child, be they a teacher, a health worker, a nurse, somebody within a football club or the Scouts, if they have any reasonable suspicion that that child may be being abused, that something's not right, then they should have a legal duty to report that suspicion to the police, who then have a legal duty to investigate. And that's really important because we've seen in lots of cases of child sexual abuse and CSE where people have known or suspected that bad things are happening, but that nobody's had a legal requirement to report it or a legal duty. And so that abuse has gone on in plain sight, with adults knowing or suspecting that abuse has gone on, but them having no legal duty to report it. It can't be right that we don't have a legal duty to protect our children in that way. All it would mean is that they had to report it. It wouldn't mean that anything would necessarily happen. It would just mean that an investigation would take place to investigate whether child abuse had occurred. And that's what we need, because there's a big gap at the moment between people having suspicions but then nobody reporting on those suspicions, and children are falling through that gap, and children are being hurt and abused every day because we as adults are not protecting them properly. And mandatory reporting would be an important plank in the protection of children across the country.